Sophie had always been an ambitious woman. She had graduated top of her class in business school, and had worked tirelessly to climb the corporate ladder. She had her sights set on becoming a high-level executive, and had spent countless hours honing her skills and networking with colleagues. But one day, everything changed. Sophie was called into her boss's office and told that her position was being eliminated due to budget cuts. Stunned and scared, Sophie left the office in a daze, carrying a small box of her belongings. For the next few weeks, Sophie struggled to find a new job. She sent out dozens of resumes, attended job fairs and interviews, but nothing seemed to pan out. She began to feel lost and directionless, unsure of what to do with her life. One day, as she was walking through the park, Sophie noticed a flyer for a travel program that caught her eye. It was a program that offered young professionals the opportunity to travel the world and volunteer in different communities. Although Sophie had never considered traveling before, the idea of doing something different and meaningful seemed appealing. Without thinking too much about it, she filled out the application and hit submit. A few weeks later, Sophie received an acceptance letter in the mail. She was thrilled but also apprehensive about what the next few months would hold. She had never traveled alone before, let alone to a different continent. After a few more weeks of preparation, Sophie found herself on a plane to Africa, where she would be volunteering for 6 months. She arrived in a small village in Ghana, where she was immediately struck by the culture shock. Everything was different: the food, the language, the customs. Despite feeling overwhelmed at first, Sophie threw herself into her work with passion and enthusiasm. She worked with local organizations to teach children about hygiene and sanitation, and helped build wells and latrines. She was amazed by the resilience and spirit of the people she met, who welcomed her with open arms and made her feel like part of their community. As the weeks turned into months, Sophie began to realize that this journey had changed her in ways she never could have imagined. She had discovered a new sense of purpose, and felt more fulfilled than she had in years. She had also gained a newfound appreciation for the richness and diversity of life, and felt grateful for the opportunity to learn from people who were different from her. When her time in Ghana came to an end, Sophie returned home with a sense of clarity and purpose. She knew that she wanted to continue exploring the world, and finding new ways to give back. She began volunteering at local organizations, and even started a blog to share her travel stories and experiences. Although her career goals had shifted, Sophie felt more content and fulfilled than she ever had before. She had learned that sometimes the most unexpected journeys can lead to the greatest discoveries.